The Penguin Analysis, Part 2. This is take number 2 I took out of the show, and this take dives into something that Chris Williamson has spoke about before. He refers to it as reverse charisma. Obviously, the idea, he says, it's regarding the fact there are two types of charisma. Obviously, the first one is the one we already know. The guy who can get into any room, people are interested in him, he smiles, he just carries himself in a way that it's portrayed to be amusing, and people like him for it. But another type of charismatic person, the person that Chris Williamson refers to as the one with the reverse charisma, that's the person who isn't interesting, but the person who has the ability to make other people feel interesting, to make other people feel heard, to make other people feel important. And the Penguin is a master in this skill. If you see right in the first episode, when he meets Alberto at the club, he starts chopping it up with Alberto, and he starts hyping Alberto up. Alberto says, everyone's looking at me to be the boss, blah, blah, blah. And the Penguin just hypes him up. Yeah, man, you got it. You're a freaking Falcone. You're gonna be even better than your father. You're gonna do great. And he does the same exact thing with Sophia when he is having lunch with Sophia, and Sophia tells the story about how her father, Carmine, paid her to keep the elbows off the table, since that's often seen as lack of manners. And since Carmine now is dead, the Penguin looks at Sophia and tells her, "Who's stopping you now?" Again, making her feel powerful, important, heard, like the person in charge, the person with the most status in the room. He is an exceptional character at making other people feel important. And the great thing is that when he does that, he deflects attention from himself into other people. Therefore, people do not look at him as much of a threat in the first episodes, since he deflects all the attention right back to them with this reverse charisma. He takes all the attention off themselves and he bounces it right back into the people who are speaking. Moving on. This is season 1, episode 1, minute 47 and 21 seconds to minute 48 and 28 seconds. This is a quote that Oswald says to Vic, and I quote, "Listen, the tenement where you live, Vic, I know it's gone. Nothing on 6th was left standing. Alright, I don't know if you have family or people in there, but you made it. You're standing right here. Now, I've been where you are, and you hurt my mom. I mean, this is one of those moments, where you gotta ask yourself, what kind of life do I want? You want to spend your days thinking small, stealing rims, barely getting by? Or do you want more for yourself? You saw all the Falcones live. Can you imagine living like that? Huh? In a mansion, maids and butlers and shit. And they don't even know what they got, because they always had it. Never hungry. Born full. Not us. The world wasn't built for guys like us. That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours. Because no one's gonna give it to us. I mean, not without a fight." End of quote. Once again, the Penguin is a master at telling people what they want to hear, at making them feel powerful, heard, like you're on their side. As I've said in the previous bit, he did that with Alberto Falcone. He did that with Sofia Falcone, or Sofia Gigante, whatever the heck she want to call herself. And now he does that with Vic. He needs Vic to be on his side. He needs a well-trusted soldier. So he makes Vic feel like he can make it. He hypes Vic up. He says he believes him. A lot of people in life, they creep down in your mind. I mean, you people know this. The last time you said, you know what, I want to start eating healthy, hitting the gym, people said, yeah, you're gonna be health nut now. Or maybe you wanted to start a business, people said, you know what, you should just focus in school. People are excellent in creeping down in your mind and making you doubt yourself. The penguin does the exact opposite when he needs you. He is great at instilling hope and belief and trust in yourself, and make you believe in your own self. And when he gets you to believe in yourself, he makes you side with him and A, not see him as a threat, B, work with him. Now, you may think you are trying to fulfill your agenda, but you're fulfilling his. Just one of the most exceptional and interesting characters out of any show I've seen. Right, now I will be analyzing the last 4 sentences of this quote, which are, and I quote, "The world wasn't built for guys like us. That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours. Because no one's gonna give it to us. I mean, not without a fight." End of quote. Let's look at the first sentence. The world wasn't built for guys like us. What do I think that the penguin, aka Oswald Cobb, means by this? I think that deep down he knows the harsh reality about the world. No matter what he does, he won't ever be looked at as an equal. No matter how many accomplishments, how many things he pulls off, when he gets in the room, no one will ever look at him as they look at Salvatore Moroni, as Carmine Falcone. Because truth is, he's a broke kid with a bum leg from the east side or whatever the hell he is from. And that is a harsh lesson that a lot of us will have to learn in our lives. No matter what we do, we will never be seen as other people when we get in the same rooms with them. You see that all the time with fighters in the professional sport. No matter how much ass a fighter kicks, they will never get the same respect as other fighters. And it is a harsh truth. It is not something that is fair, but life isn't fair. And I think that the penguin understands that. That's why he says, and I quote, "That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours." This is another harsh lesson that I believe that we all will have to learn. In life, asking for things nicely does not get you anywhere. If you want something, you gotta take it. Obviously, when I say it this way, it seems to have a negative connotation to it, and sometimes it does. But if you think about it, this is not an idea that's mine. The entire societal basis is built upon taking things from other people. That's how everyone makes money. They take money, they convince that person to give them their money, They take their money with flashy offers, with flashy advertising. There is always someone out there looking to take your money. Obviously, in the Penguin's case, it has a negative connotation. He wants to take your money because he wants you to buy drugs. Obviously, drugs are something that is often seen as a bad thing in general in society. That's why I say that the Penguin's way to take stuff is negative. Obviously, it's biased. It's what society thinks, but I think you guys get just kind of going all the way around here. Third sentence, because no one's gonna give it to us. You're goddamn right. No one's gonna give you anything. No one's gonna come to help you. And he understood that when he was a broke kid living with his mother. If you wanted something, you'd have to go get it. Because no one's gonna come to your door and give you a helping hand. No one's ever gonna care about your life enough to change it. You gotta be the one who does that yourself. Sentence number 4, I mean, not without a fight. And that's what he does throughout all of his life. He fights. He does a lot of messed up shit. And to a lot of people, they lose respect for the character because of what he does. And I understand that throughout the show he does a lot of messed up things. He's a liar, a cheat, a con artist. And a lot of people, they grow astray from the character because of that. I didn't grow astray from the character because of it. If anything, I gained more respect from him. Why? Because that showed us how much he was about business. He really wanted the things he said he wanted. He just didn't want them. He didn't convince himself he wanted. He truly wanted those things, and he was willing to do anything to get them.